Welcome back to Malcolm's Allotment. It's Saturday the 11th of January. We're in the greenhouse at home that I built off the front of a shed. I'll just give you a quick look because I'm on I've got a new tripod I'm trying out. There's the shed. Swinging your rack around. It's a bit loaded up in here. So it's not too bad. Let's get my ugly mug out of the way and we'll be alright. Right, well, the greenhouse that I built is about 8 foot by 6, roughly, just over about the 2 metre mark, so it's about 2.4 by 2 metre. This with all the pots, trays and everything on was half a double bed. But it's the base from the double bed. I took all the material off, put a bit of polycarbonate on the top of it just to give it there, and I put some bits of batten across and used so I can use it for putting my plants, my seedlings on. Swinging you back around this side. This is a single bed base. The material all been taken off, and I've put bits of batten, bits of wood across and use it as shelving. Coming back round a bit more, there's the lemon tree that we grow. In the summertime it's outside, in the winter I bring it into the greenhouse. It's growing well, it's got a load of new shoots, but looks like something's had a go at it. But that could be anything, that could be slugs, whatever in the greenhouse, because it is pretty damp in here. So today I've been up on the roof because it was leaking, and if I bring you up a bit, the woodwork here, it was leaking on a join there. I've been up and put some sealant adhesive in the join to try and help. I can see a crack, and it's, as you can maybe able to see there's a drip hanging off of that bit of metal there, bracket. I've put this together with just odd bits of wood that I had laying around in the garden. It's all polycarbonated, and it does get rather warm in here. My temperature or weather station thing is flashing like buggery. It's saying it's 11 degrees in here, 10 degrees outside, because I've got that wire there, white wire runs all the way across, down the, where is it going? Oh, underneath the shelf there, runs down there, comes up and comes up beside the door, and is just outside the door. Really, it probably could do with being a little bit further out from the oh, sorry about that, I had grabbed the leg. It could do with being probably a bit further to get an accurate report, but there's whatever it's called, a thermos, yeah, temperature gauge thing. So if I give that a quick wipe over, minimum at the moment, minimum, maximum, I'm not sure, min's left, maximum right. So at the present moment, the lowest it's roughly been to has been about -4, -5, but I don't know if that's been this year because I've got no way of pulling the little bits of rod inside the tubes down. But at the present moment it's about, well, that's saying about 9 degrees in here, 8-9 degrees, so it's about 1 or 2 degrees out, the weather station thing, but it might be work better than what this does. I'm not too sure. I mean, it is covered with cobwebs and rubbish. Yeah, I've bought myself one of these selfie sticks stroke tripod and given it a go. I've come out in the greenhouse to have a bit of a tidy up and do a bit of seed sowing, which a couple of days ago I decided to go through one of the loads of seeds that I had. I'll just bring it into focus here. This is a Ted Baker gift set. I've repurposed it. I've put pieces of card. Oh, hang on, I've got that round the wrong way. Let's turn it round the right way so I can read. That's better. I've put pieces of card in between the seeds, so hence this. as you can see, and I've written the months on it, which is when they can be sown. Load of tomatoes popped up there, saying January. To me, that's a bit early. It says they could be planted from January onwards. Hang on, let's get a packet of the seeds out while I'm looking. The seed packet says sow indoors from January onwards. So obviously, so you can get an early crop. So I'm trying to work out which end was the camera. So, yep, and that's Mr. Fowler's Grills. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce it. My spelling's not great. And pronunciation. So yeah, I've made this little box up, put the months in it, and gone from there. So I've got all my big load of chunk of seeds for March, another big chunk for April, a chunk for February, and there's a big chunk there for Jan. But as I'm going to be growing indoors this year, I have that greenhouse up at the allotment, so I can do a bit of pieces with that. Let's turn that around a bit, because that's a bit, I can't see what's going on properly because of the light, the polycarbonate reflecting on the screen. Let's see if I can move that down a bit so I don't get the reflection so much. There we go, that's a bit better. So yeah, so I'm going to do a bit of seed sowing today. Onions I did have a go at some onions before Christmas. They don't seem to have done very well. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, this is a tray of the onions I done, oh no, what was this now? Beginning of November. I done them in the propagator indoors, let them grow up a bit, and thought, right, I'll get them into their individual pots. A few are starting to stand up well. If I bring it closer to the camera, you might see that little one at the front there. That one there. They've all got their second leaves, but a big chunk of them are like this one here, just limp, not sure what to do, and some have even gone completely, like a couple there in the middle and on my side. Yeah, but most of that, I mean, that's one of the good trays. The other trays, well, not so great. I've got 1, 2, 3 left out of that, and that's got, what's that, 4, 8, 10, 11 pots there out of 11, and there's 2 that look like they're doing okay, and there's another one there it's fallen over, but is it going to stand? We don't know. I've noticed once they fall over, they don't seem to last. They seem to wither away. So I did 3, like the big seed trays full of tomatoes. I mean, not tomatoes, of these onions. Another tray, 1 there, 2 there that have got an okay, are standing up with double leaves, and starts from them. A few there with just singles, and like are going, oh, what do we do? So I'm not a bit reluctant to worry about these. I mean, these are what are left from potting that lot up. They look a lot healthier than what they used to do in the pot. Haven't got a clue what the difference is, why these look a bit better, but I'm going to sow some more today. I don't know what I'll do them in. So, I mean, according to this, where are they? The onions. Oh, they're in January, aren't they? Yeah. They're in front of what they say, the tomatoes, leeks. Where are my onions? Shows I don't get things prepared, do it? Yeah. Red Baron, yeah, as it's undercover. We got some spring onions, which I might do some of them in modules like I've seen other people do on YouTube. And the other ones are Alice Craig. These can be sown January, February and December. So I'm nearly a month and a half late from the start of when they could be sown, but we'll give them a go today. Tomatoes, I'm a bit concerned. I think it's a bit early really for the tomatoes, so I may leave them till Feb. I'm also going to be doing up some sweet pea, get the sweet peas up and running. Have a Spencer waved mix. Spencer wave mix of sweet pea. Colour Spectacular sweet pea. And a Spencer mix as well. So I've got 2 lots of the Spencer mix. I'll get them done today. No, I won't, because I've got to soak them for 24 hours first. That's a good bit. I'm going to do some leeks. Am I going to do some leek then? Oh, I wanted to pick some leek seed up. That's what I wanted while I was down at our local retail park. Elephant. I think these are the ones that I grew up that are up at the allotment at the moment, and they haven't really got huge. Yeah, it reckons they're a hardy and reliable, long, thick, tasty shanks. Sounds like lamb to me than leek. Good overwintering variety with excellent flavour, good source of vitamin C and folate. Oh, grow them if you're pregnant. Folate, that's supposed to be what women get when they're pregnant. Give them folate acid to help. I think it is. I could be getting that wrong. Wouldn't be surprising, I'm a man. What would a man know about that type of thing? Oh, and I have some yellow tomatoes. These are January to April, as I say. I think wait till the end of the month for the tomatoes. So I'm going to be growing quite a few different tomatoes this year, because I'm going to see if I can that's a bit good, isn't it? I've just read on this, either they've printed off the, well, actually there's nothing in that. It's an empty label. Oh no, Ooh. Oh, there's only 25 seeds. They haven't actually put it's in there. But this is quite funny. Yeah, it's spelled exactly the same way. How comical can this be? We have 2 different varieties. You have Lisa Craig, which is an onion, and then you get a Lisa Craig that's, I can't see what the heck I'm doing, which is a tomato. How the heck can you get the same name for 2 different varieties? One's a tomato and one's onion. How weird is that? Yeah, so put them down. The tomatoes will say January, I think. I'm going to push that to end of Jan, beginning of February. But I'm going to be growing these little yellow delights.